I was sexually assaulted when I was a child,
When
and
how old you were when that sexual assault happened with you in the childhood?
from the ages of 8 to 11.
So in one of your goal, you mentioned that you want to deal with your past trauma and with the triggers that are still affecting your life and the current relationship, which I see it very often. So I want you to know that, I deeply understand the emotional scars that these past traumas and horrifying experiences can leave on our hearts, minds, and in our life. And it gets very difficult to find the long lasting relationships, the peace in our life due to those triggers, right? And if we delay the healing, these unresolved wounds, it can continue affecting our life. You will see, in your life, you would have seen, they are creating the barriers to the connection that you want to have. But with the compassionate guidance, which I'm here to provide, we can break free from this cycle and again work on rebuilding the meaningful relationships on the reunion that you're seeking. So it's a very safe and non-judgmental space where if you feel comfortable, you can open up about your triggers, about your past experience, so that I can assist you in the healing that is very much required. So whatever you are comfortable, feel free to share as we begin, whatever you feel comfortable with your own pace.
So I didn't know what post-traumatic stress was,
Uh-huh.
and so my whole life,
Uh-huh.
I I've had this bad habit of running to help people and trying to do everything, and in the process, I've lied and then made excuses and never took accountability because I felt like I had to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sexually assaulted when I was a child,
When
and
how old you were when that sexual assault happened with you in the childhood?
from the ages of 8 to 11.
8 to 11. Okay, it happened for that period.
Yeah, and it was with a family member. He was
Uh-huh.
a lot older than me,
Uh-huh.
and my mom, my mom's a narcissist
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
everything. Well, I don't know if she's a narcissist, but if you try to tell her something about how you feel, it's always about how she feels and how it affects her. So last summer when it just everything came back to me, suppressed memories.
mm-hmm. Be
When I
comfortable.
came out, when I came out to her and tried to tell her what he'd done to me,
Mm-hmm.
he she made it all about herself,
I
how she was a
understand that.
mother, and I don't know. I just never had nobody to protect me when I was growing up. I was beaten when he was caught. I was beaten senseless and told it was my fault, made to feel like it was my fault, and it's affected my whole life because I didn't feel like anybody loved me or I was worthy or
I understand that. How it
it
feels.
affected my first marriage. I let my first wife control me.
Mm-hmm.
I was concerned what other people thought of me.
I understand.
And then I finally found a woman I loved, like I felt at home with, and then I fucked it up because I would run and help everybody else. I couldn't bring myself. I had one idea of how we want to live, and she had another idea, and both of us were back and forth. And then I'd leave, and I fucking lost. It was the only family I ever had, and I lost them.
You're talking about the same lady with uh you are not together, the last relationship.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks for sharing. It really takes a lot of courage, Stephen. And
fucked
I
up
am
my whole.
no, it takes courage. And healing is not always a very easy path, but it is one that you really do not have to walk alone. I'll say that. So now we will be working together. Together we can work through the emotional wounds and help you to reconnect with your own self slowly, very slowly. Please open your eyes. Good.
Now,
It's very powerful, and you have done beautifully.